Let's ground and clear the energies. Breathe in, breathe out. One more. Breathe in, breathe out. Hello and welcome to ArcanaUniverse. This is going to be your April 2025 energy forecast reading. We're going to start out with the introduction, overall energy coming through for the collective, and then we'll break it down from Aries through Pisces all the way, all 12 signs. And at the end, we're going to wrap it up with a final collective message for whoever needs to hear it. So just know that this is a timeless reading, okay? All of my readings are timeless, actually. So feel free to check out the playlist portion of this channel for all of that information. And this will be time-stamped as well, okay? So strong earth energy coming through. So I'm going to do the timestamps for this. So one intro. Okay. Okay. All right. Introduction message. What do we need to know at this time? What's the message coming through? Feel free to check out the short page. I just posted another reading on there. Okay. So currently the energy that I'm feeling is somebody here is waiting. They're sad. They're waiting. They're moping. They're just like, somebody here can't function without who? Tell us. Hello, Mr. Rip Van Winkle. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let's see. Oh, I know you're always good with. I mean, you're pretty present. But how's the super chat button, by the way? Just out of curiosity, because last time you were here, it wasn't working for a minute, so I don't know. I wonder if it's back now, because it's been a while, and I've done all the verification process. So, anyways, so the initial message that's coming up is that somebody here has been waiting. They've been sad. This energy is very sexually attracted, and the reason why. It's not visible? Oh man, oh thank you. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back and check out what is wrong with that. And it's not even visible. Okay, anyways, interesting. Anyway, so somebody here can't escape from their mental entrapment. There's some sort of like depression energy that I'm picking up, and it has to do with the fact that somebody here needs to make a decision. What is the decision about? Personal, spiritual journey or romance. Okay, somebody here is just very in their head about those two different areas of their life specifically. I mean, I'm sure there's other reasons possibly, but these two are the main reasons that wanted to pop up. And somebody here feels very like sad, defeated. Why? There's a family member or somebody that is, considered like family. Okay. Hello, Andrea. Welcome. Somebody here, there's some sort of third party energy going on, and the third party. Oh, we're in the intro portion, so we haven't gone to all the signs yet, so that it kind of also gives time for people to come in and also give additional messages. Okay. Hello, welcome Solus, welcome back. Yes, for sure. And so So I do sense third party energy, and you'll know what kind of third party fits in your aspect. But it's not, it's like no longer the energies is between you and another individual. It's not one on one. It's like one plus one, two, three, like anything. Like it's just like either another romantic interest is involved, or family is involved, or people this energy may consider like family. There's some like friends or whatever, some sort of involvement, due to their involvement, due to some sort of like loyalty towards them, or this is something that this energy has been, it's like their security blanket. And so it's almost as if, oh, it kind of ties in with the short that I was just mentioning about. So that was talking about how, well, go check it out. I don't want to ruin it, but I see that energy in here as well. And it's like a sad energy. What is going on? Somebody here is definitely doing some sort of social media stalking. Somebody here definitely feels rejected, or being given a silent treatment of some sort. But one side has, I mean, they're both, I would say, when it comes to romance, it is a soulful connection, the one-on-one connection, but one side is bringing in all of these like third party influences. So I do sense that there is romance and love and all of that, but somebody here is tired of this connection being more than just one-on-one. It's like somebody here has been holding on to the security blanket. This is all they've known, all they know. Like but it's become a burden. It has, because it is sabotaging the one-on-one connection. So what's the recommendation? Oh, this wanted to fly out. Okay. Okay. So what I'm getting here is that the person who is being ignored, or like pushed away, the person being pushed away, or the person that is dealing with somebody that is not able to think for themselves, but almost be like a muppet, or I mean puppet. Oh, somebody here has become some sort of puppet. Like they can't think for themselves. It's like all of their thoughts and outlook on life and doing things is based on other people's expectations, or what they feel like is what's right. But then why don't the person date them then? No, the person is trying to date this other individual, but they're being neglected, they're being kept out, kept in the cold. And guess what? That has repercussions, in a sense. And what I mean by that is, the person who is feeling pushed out, left out, being left in a quiet place and all of that, guess what? They're going to own that. Okay, they're going to own that. And what I mean by that is, it's like, oh, you like so the energy that I'm picking up, they're kind of going like, and you'll know which side you are on, but they're kind of going like, oh, you're you're not giving this energy attention. Well, then okay, then let's no attention, like no reciprocity, like that kind of energy. Okay. I don't know what you're trying to say, GM. I don't know what you're trying to say. Sorry. So my recommendation is less this, more this. Okay. I have a feeling. I have a feeling if you're resonating, the story is for you. And so you don't even have to ask. That's one of the great things about like energy reading is it's already here. It's already here. Um so just I feel like this energy doesn't realize who they're dealing with. Okay, so the person who is being neglected, they're going to own it. They're going to be like, oh, you don't want to, you're going to let everybody else dictate the connection, and there's going to be a lack of attention and more of neglecting energy, then yeah, then they are going to disappear in a sense. They're going to welcome it, okay? And it's almost as if somebody here is like, let's see how bad it can get. Let's see how bad it can get. Hello, Audra. Good evening. Welcome back. So, yeah, because what this energy, the person that this energy is dealing with is they've been through a lot of tough times. They may not show it, they may not have shared their traumatizing experiences, but I see here that there has been a lot this energy had to deal with. And so when they are met with BS like this, low vibrational, not dealing with somebody who's not able to think on their own 2 feet, but instead trying to gain opinions from everybody else that doesn't even matter within that connection. It's just like if you're going to get advice from somebody else, have them date each other then. You know? Why include, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's a one-on-one connection. And if these third parties are continuing to be an influence, guess what? There is going to be some level of a death and rebirth kind of energy. Dead weight is going to be let go. Whatever doesn't serve the connection is going to be let go. And it's going to create more space and room to work on themselves, is what I'm seeing. And when that happens, because I mention this all the time, when two people who are vibrating high come together, it's harmonious. But if if somebody is not doing the inner work but seeking, instead of seeking inwards, okay, inwards and with your higher self and with God, somebody here is just redirecting their focus and energy to others, other things, other things that doesn't matter, that damages and sabotages the connection. Somebody here is, I'm getting this like imagery of all of these like open jars of peanut butter or jam, whatever you want to call it, but like a whole like rows and rows of peanut butter, and somebody just licking and sticking their finger in every single new peanut butter jar in a sense. So it's just like they're ruining it. They're this energy is ruining connections, ruining the romantic connection that they already have a soulful connection with. And it's this is something that this energy needs to grow out of and needs to let the dead weight go, because this is low, like this outdated energy that I'm picking up, outdated beliefs, outdated energies. And so once that is successful, then the connection can move towards something more harmonious. But again, it takes two to be in a connection. If somebody here is still unsure about the connection, then they are just wasting the other person's time. Okay, if you're not sure if you want to get married, if you're not sure if you want to be in a higher level of commitment, and you know that the other person, that's what they want, that's what they're seeking, all of that. 12s have it. 12. There's what? Oh, there's 12 likes. What? I haven't seen it. But yeah. And yeah, and 12 is, it's, for me, it's kind of, I know 10 is also completion, but 12 I also feel like a completion energy with that, because, you know, yeah. But, so the person who is being ignorant, okay, I'm getting the word ignorant, like they know what the other person wants. I see that one side wants commitment, marriage, like higher level of commitment, like, you know, not just in a relationship, but in like a partnership. Okay, so higher level. So whether that's marriage for you or what have you, one side, that's their ultimate goal. And what I'm picking up is the other side, they're not sure. And that is what's problematic here. Somebody here is not sure and they're trying to milk it. Somebody here is trying to milk it, trying to prolong the happiness and the joy and the benefits of the connection as long as they can, without necessarily heading in that direction of higher commitment. So somebody here is just, instead of walking towards a goal or a location, etc., for an example, this energy is kind of like walking in place, not going anywhere. But they're showing everybody, look, I'm doing the motions. Look, I'm going somewhere. But they're not moving. They're not going anywhere. So it's just kind of a I don't want to say a scam, but it's kind of like somebody here is putting up a front, like they want the same things, or pretending like they don't know that the other person wants this or something like that. Somebody here is playing games. And so okay, let's give advice, because I know I have both sides of the connection listening in. So for the side that wants more, like they already know that they want higher level of commitment, what's the advice for them? And what the person that's like not sure is just kind of like hearing and seeing everybody else, or seeking everybody else's opinions, blah blah blah. Okay, what's the advice? So the person that wants higher level of commitment, it's like I'm getting okay, one, communication. Okay, communication, because not everybody is an energy reader, not everybody is a mind reader, not everybody has gifts, or not everybody is showing what they're thinking and feeling and sharing that. And so the recommendation is talk about it and try to kind of head in that direction, and kind of plan for it as well. Don't just let life like not slip you by, but this is our lives, right? This is our lives, so we gotta own it. And if something is not going in the direction that they that this energy doesn't agree with, then redirect it. Like, what can we do now so that we're not pedaling backwards, but we're pedaling forwards. And so somebody here really needs to have some level of, conversation, or make it known, because I see here that there is a lot of like sexual energy, but somebody here feels like the other person is like out of their league or something like that, and somebody here is not willing to fight for the connection. Oh, that is so sad. Okay. And then let's move on to the advice for the person who's just kind of taking their time, not speeding things up, or not creating momentum within the connection in the right direction, or the direction that both parties want to go towards. Somebody here needs to stop playing victim. Okay, that's the message. It's just so loud. Somebody here is playing the victim, and instead of taking life by the horns, in a sense, they're not being honest with themselves. And so, of course, if somebody here isn't being honest with themselves, how can they be honest with others? Okay, it's just that simple. 1 + 1. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry if I didn't say hi. Hello, Kurt. Hello, Jean. I don't know. I don't know. It's probably. It depends on which area you are. Some people might be like, oh, Jean. Some people might be, oh, Jean. Who knows? But, yeah. I mean, initially, the message, it has been I don't want to say a slow and steady up until this point, but it does have more of a slow energy to it. But the person who knows their worth, that they know that they bring a lot of value, okay? Aww. Well, you know what? They say the first progress is to recognize that, being honest and recognizing what the issue is, right? What the problem is. So, but yeah, so the person that knows their value, knows what they want already, okay? The reason why they're not combative. No, they're not combative, because at the end of the day, they know that they deserve somebody of worth, somebody of standards. And so for them, they understand that if no action is taken, then the connection doesn't progress. It doesn't progress. If there's no action, there's no progression. And so for them, it's just at this point, it's timing. They'll know if this connection is going anywhere based on momentum and action, okay? Because what I'm getting here, if that is the advice or the wrap-up message for this portion of the intro, what that tells me is that somebody here has been holding back, Somebody here has been holding back, not being open and honest, not making a decision, taking their time, taking forever to see things in a different perspective and actually take action. So what I'm seeing here is saying something, saying that they'll do something, but they don't do it. That's what's happening. Okay, so you or them may be dealing with somebody like that. You know, all of these promises, all of these, oh, let's do this, let's do that. This is going to happen. This is what I see us doing. What have you. But it doesn't come to fruition. There is no action being taken. So somebody here is just like, they know that the person that they're meant to be with, they're going to talk the talk and walk the walk. So if there is no action, that's the end of the connection. So it's a warning, you guys. It's a warning. So everything is a balance. And so, you know, don't hold on to a connection. Don't stay in a connection if it's not going to be reciprocal. It takes 1 + 1, okay? It takes 2 people to be in a connection. One side can't be all about commitment, and then the other is like, oh, I don't know what I want. Oh, I don't like, oh no, this is what I want, but then nothing happens. Remember, they gotta walk the walk, you know, not just talk the talk. Okay, so let's go ahead and do Aries. Yes, so Aries, this is going to be a message for you, whatever comes up for the month of April. You may be dealing with an Aries, you may be Aries, or because I read energies, if you're in here and listening, there may be a message here for you. So try not to focus too much on the titles and the words, like the labels. Try not to focus too much on the labels, but let's get to it. Yeah, I keep getting that uncertainty energy. So what's going on? Yeah, hello, can you say uncertainty? Okay, so when it comes to, so somebody here wants a higher level of commitment, perhaps marriage, ooh. And a part of somebody here thought they were going to be single forever, or they thought that they were going to, they didn't really have a certain idea about whether or not they should get married or be in a relationship. But somebody here, this energy met somebody, okay? So, and this energy is very like loving, nurturing. They have some sort of creative flair, have a fashion sense, and it's almost like somebody here has become their compass in a sense. So when there's a lot of uncertainties, this energy has a way of drawing the other person who is in a very uncertain state back to reality, back to focus, and has become their compass in a sense. And so for April, and remember, all of my readings are timeless, so know that you found it at the perfect time. So for April, I am getting some sort of like stubborn energy, okay? Somebody here is being played, okay? So you may be dealing with, I'm getting more than one energy. So somebody here is maybe talking to somebody or giving chances, even though they know that they're not good. Why do they keep this connection when they know that it's not good for them? It's because there is some level of like image, some sort of image energy that I'm picking up. Perhaps like they know a lot of people that know a lot of people, or they may have a lot of like, they may have a reputation or something like that with others. And so somebody here doesn't want to let go of this connection. Okay, advice? Dang. Well, somebody here needs to think in the long term. Okay, somebody here is just thinking too much in the short term, like how it's going to affect them tomorrow. How, you know, somebody here needs to think in the long term. And so sometimes that can help stay in the direction that you want in the long term. And so it's saying, remember, I'm getting somebody does want like either marriage or family, you know, white picket fence, like they're happily ever after with somebody here. And so that's the focus. That should be the goal and focus that this energy should not forget, but instead try to remember. Because every time there is a silent moment or something like that, they keep going back to this like dark place where they're overthinking things, wondering what's going to happen, what if this happens, if that, what, when, who, where, like, and it's become so exhausting. Like, so just remember, like, try to be with somebody that wants similar things, you know, that you guys are actually walking in the same direction and wants similar things. And so just remember the long-term goals, okay? And let go of this like uncertainty. Somebody here needs to be like focused and make a decision and go for it, instead of, you know, trying to do things in a image-based foundation. Like, try to get out of that. Any final? I want to give one more. Okay. So for those who are actually going to implement, you know, what the recommendation that was set, you guys are going to find success. You guys are. Because it's somebody here is going to actually wake up and be very focused, and that is, and ultimately going to be the success of their endeavor, their connections, their romance. Just try not to give in to this fluff. Okay, don't get sucked into the fluff, the reputation, the image, all of that, because at the end, that's just exactly what it is. It's fake. It's a facade, right? And so don't let low vibrational and third parties and people who doesn't know what they're talking about or think they're experienced, or, you know, don't let them don't let them influence you, in a sense. Okay? And just try to remain focused, and you should be good. Okay, I need to hurry it up. Okay, so Aries, you got really lucky with like an extra long reading, but I'm gonna have to go a little quicker. Okay, so don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you. Okay, Taurus. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, what have you, okay? If you're dealing with a Taurus, if you are a Taurus, if you just happen to be in here, and there's no coincidence, okay? So, right off the bat, the energy that I'm picking up is did somebody get sick? Did somebody get sick from like overthinking or something like that? Exhaustion? Okay, I will say this. There is a new beginning on the horizon, okay? And there's a lot of success coming in for you. Look at that. Your energy coming through so strongly. Somebody here is going to conquer their demons, okay? They're going to have a fresh new beginning, and they're going to own it, Okay, it's like, isn't it crazy? Death and rebirth energy coming in very strongly. So somebody here is recuperating and letting go of dead weight, and so that they can ultimately start a new beginning. And I see here that once they make a decision, and instead of being in a backseat approach when it comes to their life, they really need to move forward within their success, because I see here love coming in. It's like, once vibrationally, once you kind of switch things around, um, and not be stuck in the mud in a sense, but instead kind of like a phoenix, right, rising from the ashes. It's, we really need to own it, and once we acknowledge that, then success in all areas of your life is going to be better. And I see here that once some like old past ways of thinking is let go, victimization is let go, burdens, guilt, shame, embarrassment, all of those low vibrational negative things, once that's let go, put a death to, an end to, and the uncertainty is let go, then I see your success. Like, and it's going to be not just materialistic success, but a mental one, and like a whole, like, mind, body, and soul kind of thing. And I see that it bleeds over to your romance as well, and a higher level of commitment. So for those of you who have been going through some sort of like death in the family, or something, like some ending as well, that's another additional message. Okay, so take what resonates for you. Obviously, if nobody like died, if there wasn't a death or something, or death of a connection, then that part doesn't apply. But I really felt like I needed to mention that. But something was let go, something died. So yeah. Hello, Deal for Real. Welcome back. Hello, Kagesh. Wrote, you're speaking facts. Oh, thank you so much. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so if you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You guys know the whole spiel. This is automatic. Automatic. Okay, and let's move on. Additional messages. Some of you may be dealing with a Scorpio, or somebody with strong Scorpio influence. I'm getting strong water energy coming through. But so Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces on their sun, moon, rising, or Venus. But this energy, it's something about their love and support that really helped with this connection and journey. Donald wrote, you're right. It is time to let go. I'm done apologizing. It's not my fault. What? Welcome back, Donald. I'm not really sure. Oh, what? Okay. Yeah, I'm picking up there was like a strong, like, emotionally high IQ, like emotional IQ. Like, somebody here was very like caring and nurturing through all of this. And so, one, that's very attractive. Somebody here, it's like every time they're being selfless and helpful and all of that, that's like, so that's very hot to somebody, being like giving and generous and loving, like that is somebody's dream come true. So somebody here is went through a hard time, but they're being supported, and somebody here is continuing to be their rock. And anything else? Yeah, look at that. So I see here somebody has been going through a very, very, very hard time. A lot of stress, a lot of lies and deception, and somebody who, was wearing a mask. All of that came to surface. All of that was revealed, and the I'm just like, because I'm translating the energy and the messages into comprehensible English. um, so yeah, somebody's been through a lot. They've been traumatized. Like it's very hard usually for if somebody is not strong or is not able to heal and come out of this, I can definitely see this energy being stuck in a very low and uh, hurt hurtful place. Like it's been tough. Somebody here has been extremely tough, and in a sense, they they blame themselves. That's the sad part. That's the sad part. You know, me seeing this from an outside perspective. Um, Donald wrote, "Is the energy visible to you?" It, it's a combination. Sometimes is auditory, sometimes is visual, sometimes is feeling, sometimes it's just yeah. So it's a combination, but it's not a combination each and every time. It just depends on how the messages are being sent. Okay. But yeah, somebody here, thank goodness they have a higher level of spiritual connection with God, or at least when things go wrong or when things are hard, at least this energy turns to their spirituality or connection with their higher self and with God. Okay. Well, I will say this, Donald, because I know you got questions. And you know what you know what my stance is on that, right? I I try to, you know, I try to engage and reciprocate, and if some questions are there, then I try to like answer them. But you know, I think less this, more this. Okay, I just want to. We're only on Taurus. Okay, we're only on Taurus. And we got to get a move on. Look, Gemini is like, when is it my turn? When's it my turn? Okay? All right, so. I know, Donald, I know. And I don't think it's that hard hitting. It's just, you know, things that people want to know. I understand. Geminis. So there's your energy. So this message is for Gemini. It's like, do I need to repeat it each time? What do you think? Do I need to repeat it each time? Well, I see here some people are new, so sure, why not? And it's during while I shuffle, so. But somebody's like, oh, I want to know the message now. I don't want to wait. But you know, we're doing this live. I'm not pre-recording. I'm not doing edits. So at least you know it's in real time. Okay. Ooh. So Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or Stelliums. Strong Christmas if you're dealing with Geminis, or if you just happen to be in here listening, and it's not coincidence, okay? Because I read energies here, so there may be a message here for you. All right, so Geminis, what's going on? Ooh, ah. run? What do you mean? Okay, so right off the bat, somebody here is hurting. Okay, is hurting. They've been lied to. Somebody here lied. Somebody here pretended, gave false hope, said one thing, meant something else. Like it's kind of bad. It's kind of chaotic. And the communication, it was just non-stop. Okay, there's something about a communication that ended things, that really left both parties, especially the one that's like dealing with this. It's like it really hit them very hard. It's like some sort of lie, some sort of like manipulative tactic, and they're deeply hurt. Somebody here is deeply hurt, and you'll know which side you are on. You know, whether this is happening to you, or this is happening to the person that you're dealing with. But there's a lot of like insecurities. Okay, so what that tells me is somebody said things, they vocalized and picked at somebody's insecurity and really shined light on it, and they did not appreciate that. They felt betrayed, backstabbed, put on the spot. For what? For what? For somebody here to just try to make their point, try to win the argument, like that kind of thing. So I'm getting something that is very like, you know, unfair. It's unfair, toxic, and there's your energy coming in very strongly. And so again here we got this with the, was it Taurus? So you may be dealing with the Taurus, strong Taurus energy, because they had this similar energy too. But it's definitely the death of a connection leading to a new beginning. Okay. Somebody here needs to really put their foot down, that they are no longer going to be bullied into submission. Okay, somebody here has bully energy, and for a while, the person who is more logical or tries to be more level-headed instead of emotional, they're just kind of like, they don't know how to take this, because for them, it's very straightforward. Yeah, again, strong Taurus energy coming through. What's the advice? Oh my gosh. Okay, downloads. Somebody just got very excited. Very, very excited. They're like, oh my gosh, how did you know? And then you start freaking out. Okay, relax, okay. So what I'm seeing here is somebody was given the time and space to experience the madness, okay? To experience the madness so they can be a stronger version of themselves, so that they're able to withhold healthy boundaries, okay? I keep getting somebody is being bullied, being manipulated, and after all is said and done, it is just like, why? It's very sad. It's a very sad energy. And so try to surround yourself with people that bring you happiness and joy. And if somebody is not acting the part, as being respectful, as being kind, then they need a little time out. Okay? They need a little time out. Whether that is temporary or permanent, it'll depend on the connection and the level of offense, in a sense. Okay? Hello, Raj. You are so cute. OMG. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you. Very kind, very kind. Okay, so let's move on to... Ah, Cancers. Cancerians, hello. Jeez. Oh, so we're doing a little energy reading. So all you have to do is just sit back, relax, and listen. That is it. And then there may be a message, because I read energies here. So if you're in here, it is no coincidence there may be a message here for you. Okay? Energies. And remember, labels aside. Labels aside. I prefer to use the word energy. Okay. Oh, let me do Cancers again, because let me give them a new time. All right, Cancers. All right, this is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Oh, no wonder there was that like rejection energy, because we were starting a minute later than as originally predicted, but it's okay. Okay, I see here somebody is definitely going through some sort of heartbreak, trauma due to lies, cheating, deceit, and it's kind of rooted off of burdens. Okay, somebody here was not being responsible. Okay, I would say so. I would say so. Oh my gosh. Hello Sam, welcome. Okay. I'm pretty sure I've used the word vibes. Okay. So for Cancerians, what I'm picking up here is, yeah, I keep getting this rejection energy. Okay, rejection energy. What happened? Oh my goodness. I'm getting the three amigos or the three whatever. Like somebody here was in. I'm getting click or something like that. No, I don't. I don't have that. I don't have a shirt that says that. I will say so that download of like, so I'm getting friendship energy. Okay, so somebody here has like a friend group or like a go-to person or something like that, but I'm getting like rejection energy. Okay, somebody here is not happy with how things are going. It's like maybe like in the past there was a lot of like happiness and momentum, but as mentioned, that's the past. Okay, so it's what happened, and there's your energy coming in strongly. So okay, so I'm getting, I just heard out with the old, in with the new. So it's like somebody's circle is changing, is shifting, because the thing about time and progression, it doesn't just stay in one place. It's continuous. It goes forward. Like even if you stay in one spot frozen, that doesn't mean the world stops spinning. That doesn't mean the person next to you doesn't have anything to do. Okay? The world keeps spinning. And so somebody here thought that the past that they have acquired, experienced, etc., they're living off of nostalgia, like what used to be, you know. But guess what? Things have changed, things have shifted, but the connection didn't progress with the change, and it's no longer. It's not. It's not. It's not working. It's not working. So, yeah. Somebody here is not putting enough of the effort as they did before. it's almost like they say one thing and then they back out. There's some level of walking away and not being accountable, not showing up. I keep getting somebody here is just, they just leave or they don't come. There's no action. And so it's like, as mentioned earlier, how are you going to move forward and progress forward if somebody here is not willing to put in the work and move with it, okay? And as mentioned earlier, I do sense out with the old, in with the new. So I am picking up on this new energy coming in. And the thing about this new connection is that even though this new energy brings a lot of love and things make sense, but somebody here is still holding on to the past. And so it's not, somebody's stuck. And so unless they are able to clearly, I do recommend, you know, for those of you who actually needs like lists, etc., is to write the pros and cons of what is working, you know, what isn't working, and really go within and think about it and try to see how, you know, under the circumstances of what's new is being presented, how are we going to be able to move forward, okay? Yeah. Somebody here is not, they may look full grown, but they're very, like, they're like a child inside. I do see that. And so, okay, what's the recommendation? Okay, this part is very tricky because I mean, those who are going to get it and understand it, they're going to get it and understand it. Those who are going to misinterpret, it just goes in through one ear and out the other, you know, that energy needs to work on that if possible. But I will relay the message for whoever needs to hear it. Do not be mindful of facades, okay? Just because on the outside somebody looks like they have it all, all the finances are in order, they have a great family, they're surrounded by people they love, etc. Like, that doesn't mean that's the reality. That could be a facade. And so really, you know, look at examples that work, that has been a success, and look to that as an example and try to learn from it. It's like, what are these people doing correctly for them to grow within the connection and progress to make it more successful? And so somebody has a very skewed idea of what is considered success within a connection, and I'm getting community. So it's like there's a family energy to it. So it may be blood or it may be people you consider like family, but regardless, it's just like they're operating off of, I don't want to say outdated, but it's just not. Okay, give me more. Okay, yeah, it just keeps talking about the facade. Like, it's not about just the image, it's what's beyond it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just about the looks or what they do for work or how much money they have or what they drive, what they wear. It's not about that. And somebody here needs to realize that, grow out of that, because that is the immature outlook. I know. For some of you who are listening in and it's just like, oh my gosh, how can you say all these things to me? But it's like, let's be real. It's the truth. It's the truth. And let it sink in. Let it sink in. Because all of this is being said so that we can see why things are not progressing in your favor. Because I see here there's like some sort of like happiness that is just right there, but somebody's rejecting it. They learn, somebody learned something incorrectly and now they think that's the correct way to do things, or etc. So just be mindful of that, okay? Leo. All right, Leo. So this is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Oh, some things are really weird. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Stellium. If you're dealing with a Leo, or if you're in here, it is no coincidence. There may be a message here for you. Look at that. Okay. Oh my gosh, I have to reorganize. So right off the bat, there needs to be some sort of organization that needs to be happening, because what I'm seeing here, I've been shuffling just fine, and then right when we get to Leos, for some reason, half of my deck is it's needs organizing because it's been flipped, and so okay. So what that tells me is that one, there needs to be organization, but we're being given the time to address this, to seek what can be improved, what needs to be put back, okay? All right, it's not too bad. So it's not too bad. So what that tells me, but it's talking about outdated beliefs and family. I do see that. Somebody is withholding somebody's happiness, okay? And it could be a family member, okay? But that's the initial message coming through. But let's dig a little bit deeper. So what does Leos need to know? Somebody is... okay. So somebody here may be dealing with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, and their Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus this spring, or just this person embodies this energy. You'll know which side you are on and who I'm talking about. But I'm seeing here, so there is a connection that is very promising. And why I know it's promising is because somebody here is willing to put in the work, actually put an effort to be within this connection. So they do what they can to keep the momentum going. If there is anything that needs addressing or needs communication with, they want to work at this. This isn't somebody that is just going to be like, you know what, like put the most minimum effort and just give up. This is not that type of person. This is somebody that really, like, if they care about something, want something, see some sort of long-term connection within this connection, they'll do what they can to maintain the connection and make it thrive and be successful and be fruitful. And so, but what I do get here is that even though this energy, so somebody here knows the value of the connection. They understand that this isn't somebody that you just cross any old day. Not everybody is like this very like grounded energy. They bring some level of worth, some sort of class, and standards for themselves and others. And so that has become what is attractive about them, and what inspires the other individual to be um, that level in a sense, you know? But somebody here is worried about being rejected. Okay, it's like somebody here is worried about yeah, rejected, not wanted, being left behind, realizing that they're better. So it's like a self-confidence thing. Um, Somebody here is blocking off happiness. That's just what it is. Why? Why are they blocking happiness? Why are they self-sabotaging? Yeah, why are they rejecting? Why? See, your energy is coming in very strongly. It is. Okay. So the reason why this energy is rejecting is because uh, all the reasons I mentioned just a moment ago. But main thing here is there's something about the quietness. Why? Why is this? Like quietness, distance, waiting. Why? Why? Somebody here has a lot to say, a lot to talk about. It's like they can't stop thinking. And they're a little bit worried that if they talk too much, that they're going to reveal something that the other person is not going to like or something, and is going to reject them or something. And so it's like they're staying quiet and they're creating distance. Okay. Yeah, I mean your energy is definitely coming through. Yeah, look at that. Can you say Leo? Can you say Leo? Okay, so okay, the recommendation for the person who keeps self-sabotaging, creating distance, not communicating, retracting, creating distance, all of that, so that they can think and over process things, okay? Their recommendation, because I can see why they're doing this. Like there's some sort of fair thing going on. It's like somebody here wants to be fair, but it's like a skewed perception of fair. It's more like a self-sabotaging fair. I mean, yeah, I said that. Yeah, anyways, let me go on. But what I sense here is that there is a lot of love, I mean, this has longevity, long term written all over it. Just the fact that I started out the reading, and it's so weird because it's on this side, and I usually read this side last, but for some reason it made me focus on this side first, and it just created the foundation and the framework for the messages following that. And so what I'm seeing here is two very compatible, you know, physically attracted to one another. They want momentum. There's a lot of chemistry and all of that, but somebody here is just a little bit, has a tendency to not open up. They're not opening up. Out of some sort of... Okay, give me why. Why? Oh, okay. So the truth, this person knows exactly why. The truth has been said. Everything that was said was right, was correct. And so somebody needs time to comprehend all of this. They're not used to somebody that look at that. Leo written all over it. Somebody here really wants to be there. Oh my gosh, don't get me started. Okay, so somebody here wants to be there. Oh no. What's wrong? Keep getting like a water sign. Something about a water sign that needs to be wrapped up. There's a water sign that is causing chaos. Yeah, they're somebody's sabotaging this connection. Who is it? It's not a family member. It's not a family member. It's more like a, see, water sign. So it may be like a colleague, strong Cancerian energy coming through. So Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio possibly as well. But somebody here is sabotaging the connection. They are being like a third party energy. And even though they recognize that there is a lot of love and all of that, why are they doing this? Yeah, they're just being they love the drama. They love creating. Like this is somebody talks very loud. Like they. Somebody here. You know that saying, misery loves company? Okay, somebody is not, things are not working out for them. They want other people to experience that as well and sabotage it. And so this is where healthy boundaries needs to be set, that third party influences and energy doesn't corrupt. I'm getting the word corrupt. Okay, advice. It's saying let go of the dead weight. Let go of the dead weight. Like if something doesn't work and it hasn't, and it's not this, the thing that hasn't worked, people, places, or things, perspectives, what have you, whatever this is for this energy, if it hasn't worked, and I can see that it hasn't worked multiple times, it wasn't just like a one-time thing. Multiple times it hasn't worked, and instead of letting go of a dead end, so to speak, and taking action and doing your self-justice, like that's the recommendation. Again, like write the pros and cons of why the interfering third party energy, why they are not healthy. Anything else? Yeah. I mean, if you know that something is poisonous, okay, wouldn't you want to let that go? I'm just kind of getting like a hoarding energy, okay? I'm getting a hoarding energy, And it's like somebody here doesn't want to let go of the past. They don't want to let go, literally. Okay, let's move on. And okay, somebody here. Okay, I'll give one final message about work and finances, because I see here that that's something that has been pulling. Somebody here is hoping I tap into that, so I will tap into that. Don't tell the others. Just kidding. Okay. Yeah, work, finances. What are some of the messages coming through in regards to that? Okay. Look at that. Your energy coming through very strong. I will say this. There was some time is being taken because there is, I'm picking up on an energy. There's somebody here that is being like a gatekeeper or something like that. And so they're not, somebody here is being very stubborn about extending their circle, etc. It's almost as if somebody here is, it's very difficult to advance, or there's a lot of stuck energy. And so I see here that there is this push. I'm getting like a time sensitive energy where it's just like an outside influence is, they have high expectations, and somebody here wants to impress, and because they are not able to impress, somebody here feels like they're not good enough. And so yeah, it's been moving at a snail's pace, but there's something. What's the problem? Why is this stuck energy here? Why? Okay, this part is gonna be too specific, so it might not resonate. But I did get somebody's like, okay, for those of you who have been looking for like opportunities, or trying to advance their careers, etc., I do sense some sort of like sadness energy, and it's not helping. It's not helping with acquiring the advancement. It's not helping. What's the advice? Yeah. So okay, it's talking about, it seems to me like, there's your energy. It seems to me like the time wise it's taking forever. It's taking too long. And so the longer it takes, the more depression is setting in. It's just like somebody here is overthinking, why are they taking so long? Why is this taking so long? Is it going to happen? There's a lot of like insecure energy, hurt energy, feeling betrayed, not enough, like that kind of energy. And so the recommendation is bring surround yourself with people that you can count on, that brings you happiness. Do things that brings you joy. And I'm not talking about like low vibrational happiness, but true authentic happiness. Yeah, somebody here is definitely exhausted from all the hiccups, rejections, delays, and God is really encouraging, like, sometimes things take time, and that doesn't mean that you're less or that you're not deserving. It just, and so don't let that get to you. Just know your worth and remember that, and try to think things in a positive aspect. Okay? If anything negative has happened in your past, especially when it comes to your work environment, work situation, etc., it's saying try to view that experience as so that you don't relive that experience in a different situation all over again. You're able to recognize, the red flags and what to do and what not to do to help prevent or minimize repeating any past hurts, because the last thing we want to do is repeat grades. We actually need to learn and implement what we've learned into everyday life, be consistent. And sometimes we do need that reminder, because the world has a tendency to just distract. Okay, the world has a tendency to distract. And so we have to remain focused and there's something about like the finances. A lot of money is being wasted. Okay, some okay, okay, okay. The reason why, if you're resonating with this, and if you're having like financial or career hiccups and all of that, and you're in a place in your life where things seem uncertain and it's taking forever to have momentum and progression, the reason why you're experiencing this, and God wants me to emphasize this, is because this energy has wasted a lot in the past. And so it's like almost like putting this energy in a situation so that they can be frugal and have a healthier connection with money, finances, assets, like things they own, to have a healthier relationship with it. Because in the past, I do see here, it's like somebody here took on the burden of others. Okay, whether that's in work or in finances. And it's like, it's come to the point where, yeah, they've been depleted. It's not, it's like, so instead of investing or putting money towards something that can be fruitful and be reciprocated, and it keeps going and evolving and progressing, it was being fed and given and almost thrown away to a black hole, like people, places, or things that was negative and low vibrational and didn't bring joy or happiness. And so, anyways, I'm gonna move on, because I think this is We can be here all day. Okay, so Virgos. Hello. 200. Hey, Arcana. Hello. Oh, sorry, I'm just reading this now. Donald. We got a classic finger wag. Just kidding. Oh my gosh, I got it. Okay. I'm gonna have to rewrite Virgo again because they're gonna be like, what? We already got the finger wag. Okay. Alright. Virgos. Hello, Virgos. Virgos who are Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Stellium, or if you're dealing with a Virgo, or if you just happen to be listening in, there may be a message here for you, so welcome. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Strong fire sign coming through, so you may be dealing with a Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, and there's Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. What did I want to say? I did see happiness. Okay, but let's see if it comes back. Okay. Look at that. So we are definitely, strong. Yeah, your energy coming through. Okay. So what we have here, the message coming through is there's going to be like a cutoff. Like somebody here is not going to tolerate anything less than. Okay, somebody here, it could be you or the person that you're dealing with. You don't know which side you're on, but somebody here is not going to deal with feeling rejected. But it creates, there's a reason why there's this feeling of rejection or being blocked off or something like that. It's because somebody here is supposed to realize their worth, okay? And their standards, basic healthy standards, respect and all of that. And so this energy knows what makes them happy. This energy already knows what lights them up. They already know. But the person that they're dealing with, yeah, strong Leo energy coming through. So there's Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. The person that they're dealing with, they do feel the support. They know that this is a very strong connection. They also know that they feel very supported, and they get like a confidence boost when they are together. See, but the thing about self-confidence and being comfortable within yourself and all of that, it can't be given to you. It has to come from within. And so I feel like this person that this energy is dealing with, because they don't have that coming from within, it's instead being fed by others or boosted by others. It's almost like somebody here doesn't believe that for themselves. And it has to do with the fact that it's like a childhood, it's a childhood wound in a sense. It's like, this goes back years. This isn't something that this energy has picked up overnight. This is, it's rooted from something that was like kind of built from childhood, but they're surprised. They are surprised. They just don't know what to do with it now. But they do know that this is a connection that also makes them happy. But remember, you can't force somebody to be happy. It's got to come from within. Happiness and joy, self-confidence. The light needs to shine from within. Okay? And yeah, I'm getting sadness, heartbreak. Why is that? Why is there sadness, heartbreak? Lies. Oh yeah, no, yeah. So this is one of those connections where it's just like there's so much love, there's so much care that it hurts. Okay, it's almost as if like any truth, because we're dealing with two people that understands that there is something special here, but somebody here is so scared and worried that they're gonna mess it up. And so it's been very confrontational. Okay. I do sense a lot of happiness coming forward. There's going to be a lot of time like spent with family. There's going to be a lot of like I'm getting like dates or romance coming up, and also work. Okay, somebody here is going to be working and strategizing. They're motivated. So somebody here is thinking in the long term. They feel supported. They know they got a good thing. It is no like some of the happiest cards are here out on the table. So I mean, there is a lot of like love and care, but I will say somebody here is not being honest though. But that's the thing. That's the truth that surfaced too. Yeah. So somebody has been very vocal, okay, about what they want, what they like, what they don't like. They've been very clear, actually, very clear. And it's because they love and care, and even though it hurts, because they care and are invested in this connection so much that they're willing. It's like love triumphs, like that kind of energy. So even though it may hurt, it may, that confrontation and putting the light on the wound and all of that can be hard, difficult, but because it is rooted from love, wanting to progress, fix, and heal wounds, misunderstandings, what have you, lies. Somebody here wants to work this out, but I've been saying this up until this point, like it takes two to be in a connection. One side can't do all the work. And so if somebody here they need to find the inner light. Yeah, they need to heal. Okay, let's give advice for both parties. Okay. For the person who, realizes that this is a strong connection, but needs a little bit more of a light coming from within. And who's been doing a bit of like soul searching and healing and all of that, but is hopeful and wanting to progress things and heal instead of avoiding it. Okay, what's their recommendation? It's saying be very mindful of your time management. Okay, time management. It's like, and like, be very honest about where you're going, where you've been, what you've been doing, the time apart. Like, there needs to be some level of honesty, because I do sense here that there either somebody lied or kept it or insinuated that it's manipulative. Okay, I don't care if you want to wrap it in a bow. It is what it is. It's manipulative tactics. Okay, somebody here is lying. And so the recommendation here is stop the lying, stop trying to buy time, stop trying to create time and distance. Why are they? Yes, we mentioned earlier why they're doing it. Mainly it's due to immaturity, like something about they didn't grow out of it, or like they didn't fully mature that aspect of how they deal with things in that aspect. I'm getting, yeah, it's like, sometimes kids lie and they think they can get away with it. And so I feel like this is something that this energy is doing in their adulthood. Okay. But they're smart and they have a moral, even though they do all this, it's an immaturity kind of thing, and all of that. Even though they do that, at the end of the day, they understand what is right and what is wrong. They do understand that they have some sort of judgment within themselves. And so that's another thing. If somebody has that kind of strong judgment of what is right and what is wrong, and yet they consciously know that they're lying about certain things, even if it's little white lies here and there, no. That's what's festering within, that is making this energy feel like they're not good enough, because they're not being good enough. They can be better. They know they could be better. And so the person that this energy is dealing with, they see that they have the potential to be grounded as well, because they've seen a very generous and giving and sacrificing kind of energy within them. And that's a reason why that they stay and they try to work on this, because they know that at the root of it, somebody here actually cares and is willing to do the right thing, and is willing and wanting to make the effort, because this is ultimately what they want as well. So the advice for the person, hello, Mickey, hello. So the advice for the other person that's dealing with this energy, and you guys will know which side you are on, okay? What do they need to do? Or what's the recommendation? I mean, what I do like is they've been doing what they've been doing, which is communicating, talking, standing their ground, creating some level of standard for themselves and others, basic healthy standards, and it's like, if something doesn't work, The recommendation, okay, yeah, strong fire sign coming through. The recommendation for the person dealing with this kind of energy, okay, is that if something doesn't work, we gotta know when to fight for and when to let go. Because if it's a dead end, it's a dead end. Okay, if it's a black hole, it's a black hole. It's, and again, it takes two to be in a connection, right? Yeah. I mean, so, you know, at the end of it, we can only say so much, we can do so much, we can enforce and communicate all we'd like if both parties are not willing to be on the same page. We got to know when to close the book entirely. Because nobody wants to waste time. Why waste time? Oh, look at that. Okay, so yeah. I mean, I definitely see romance. Somebody here just isn't sure of what to do. Okay, last message. Have fun, enjoy yourself. I see here this is a very strong connection, soulful connection that has the potential for longevity, partnership, marriage, higher level of commitment, what have you. It does have the potential, but somebody here needs to stand their ground and be consistent. Okay. Jean wrote big energy spilling from the deck tonight. Every night. No, just kidding. Every time. Not just tonight. But yeah. Let's see. Let's move on to Libra. Wait. No. This is the same message. Everything that needed to be said for Virgos was said. Okay. Hello, Justin. So, no. Hello, Libra. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If you're dealing with a Libra, if you have Libra stellium, or if you're in here, it is no coincidence. There may be a message here for you. Know that all of my readings are timeless. There you go. Your energy coming in very strongly. What do we need to know for Libra? So, I mean, I see here, I like the beginning energy because I see here that there's a lot of happiness and support. There's a lot of supportive energy. So you may be surrounding yourself with people that you care about. Oh, okay, cool. Jean wrote, my GF is a Libra. Justin wrote, I'm a Libra. I like peace and balance, but I also can't make a decision. I like pretty things. I gave beyond my budget. Aww. Everything's a balance, right? Right. So yeah, I see here there's definitely some good times and being supported, and there's that like friendship energy and happiness and support uh that I'm sensing here. But so for those of you, I'm seeing a very attractive energy, like very like they know their worth, and I'm not talking about like I'm talking about classy energy. Like they know what they're worth. They something about them. It's not. I don't want to say somebody here just like really invites respect towards them or something like that, but it's very like easy to be like kind and like and it's an easy connection is what I'm seeing here. And around at this time there's a lot of like recognition, and you may be getting noticed. um I mean, I think we're still technically in um the what is it, Libra in pink moon, full moon, what have you. So I think that energy is definitely influencing what I'm picking up here. But I will say this: the thing about looking good, feeling fabulous, all of that, is that we it's going to bring low low vibrational energies, that's gonna want a piece of that. Okay, and so don't take it personally if you are attracting. Remember, you'll know which side you are on because I have both sides that watch my channel. But somebody here that's like low vibrational, it really wants a piece of this classiness and like looking good, feeling good, like physically attractive kind of energy. And even if you're not like physically attractive, there's just something about where your energy, like there's some sort of charisma or something like that that really is very inviting. And the thing about that is it can attract the wrong type of people who may take advantage of that. And I definitely see here that there has been some sort of heartbreak and like lying, cheating, third party energy as a result, which is leaving this individual in a place that's like, what did I do to deserve this? Like that kind of energy. And for those of you who have been doing a lot of like spiritual inner light work, etc., um, to kind of alchemize all the heartbreak and heartache into, lessons and experiences, that's the energy that is being encouraged to be embraced, because that is going to be what is helping this energy to level up and not be stagnant. I mean, definitely, yeah, a lot of energies, they're very interested. They want attention. You may be dealing with an Aries or some sort of like bossy type. I don't know. There's something about this energy where it's just like overwhelming. It's like their way or the highway, and and they're very like fixed. Yeah. So we have the Emperor and the Empress here. So I mean, we do have like a match in that sense, but the other person is just operating in a very like ego based sense, and for them it's like they just want to win at all costs. So if you find yourself arguing or having problems and conflict with somebody like this who's just kind of overbearing, like their way or the highway, very like hurtful with their words, etc., and making you cry, okay, it's like we got to put an end to it. Why keep getting stabbed in the back? Why keep getting bullied? I'm getting here. Somebody here is getting bullied into doing things or being in a place that does not work for them. And so I do sense here this may not be for everybody. Okay. Yeah. Um, yeah. Oh, yeah. So I do sense here somebody here is in the connection. So somebody here within the connection is in it for the wrong reasons. Okay. Whether that is because of finances or because they just, it's like they don't want to be alone or something like that. They would rather be in a relationship than be they would rather be in the wrong relationship, unhealthy relationship, than or connection, than be alone. So that's something that this energy needs to work on and let go, because it's like putting a band-aid over like an alligator bite. You know what I mean? It's, or a shark bite. It's like all messy, and it's just like, oh, here's a band-aid. You're all better. No, it's not gonna happen. And so somebody here thinks that just being in a connection is going to make their problems go away and will not make them feel lonely, and it's that kind of way of thinking that needs to be let go and be ended, so that you can focus on surrounding yourself with people who actually cares about you, and instead of doing things out of ego or out of competition or being somebody's trophy. So just be mindful of that, and especially if somebody here is staying for the wrong reasons. It's just, I just described it. You're staying for the wrong reasons, and so that needs to be addressed, because it's just creating a deeper hole. Anything else? There you are, your energy. So just to wrap it up, just like, find your balance, fight for what you believe in, what you know is fair and is justice. And if there, I understand sometimes there is room for compromise, but sometimes there's no room for compromise. You know what I mean? Like if it's negative, like bullying and being hurt or abused and stuff like that, that's no. Okay, so stand your ground. You know your worth. Um, and for those of you who are a little bit obsessing over like readings like this, like, I will say this: not all readers or energy readers, what have you, we're not all created equal. We're not. And so just be mindful of how much time and energy you're spending on that, um, because that can't be healthy. Just be mindful, okay? You really have to, trust your intuition and gut, and ask yourself, is the content that you are consuming, okay, is it helping you, uplifting you, or is it putting you in a place, in a darker place, and you're just in a deeper hole? Okay, so try to really sense, like, how is this benefiting you? How are all the things that you're consuming, the digital, the scrolling, all of that, the watching, viewing, engaging, just be mindful of that. Okay, all right. Scorpios, hello. So this message is for Scorpios right here. For Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or for those dealing with the Scorpio stelliums, if you're in here, it doesn't matter. I read energy, so labels aside, just know that you found this message at the right time. All of my readings are timeless as well, so feel free to check out the playlist portion of this channel for all of the readings on there. So the energy coming through. So you guys have been working very hard. I'm getting this energy of somebody here working very hard, working on their finances, putting in their work, the time, effort, all of that. And guess what? It's paying off. And somebody here has gotten into the rhythm of things, of making money, or like making their assets work for them in a sense. And so very good, very good. And also it's also emotionally fulfilling, that what they are pouring their energy into, their heart and soul into, that is gaining traction, and that is being, there is some sort of investment energy that I'm picking up. So that's great. So money may be better, or like, yeah, there's a lot of like care and attention that is being um, given. And it doesn't necessarily have to be just like assets or money, finances, all of that. It can also be children as well, like what you consider, what you hold close to your heart, etc. Um, I also see traveling. Okay, so for those of you who have been traveling or have been planning traveling, I see here this is also has been some sort of dream. Okay, so this may have been on the bucket list, or it's like a dream vacation, or it's a time for to be kids. Okay, is what I'm seeing here. Hello, Alexa, welcome back. Um, and I do sound stressed though. What is the stress about? What's the problem? I do sense conflict. Why is that? Who's giving conflict? Okay, so somebody in your work area, or like people, like it could be coworkers or clients or what have you. Like there's outside influences that is trying. You know how like some people, when they're like flying high, soaring high, winning, doing well and all of that, and there's just some people who are just haters and they just want to bring them down. And I feel like there's some sort of behind the scenes disruption that I'm sensing here. Um, And somebody here is just like, why? What did I do? And they're heartbroken. They feel betrayed and they're sad. Um, and there's going to be some level of trust issues that I'm seeing here. What's the recommendation? All right, don't let it rock you. Okay, this is meant to happen because you're meant to find who are your friends from your foes. And so there has been a lot of like lying and sabotaging that's been going on. And so all of this experience is so that the truth will come forward. And at the end of it, I see here, you're going to come up on top. The people that has been trying to sabotage, they're going to be put in their place, and this energy instead is going to be rewarded, um, given credit. I'm getting like clapping energy, like nice, like well done, like good job, that kind of energy. So it's very nice, and what I love about this is that you are going to be supported by people. So for those of you especially who are in a relationship already, a higher level of commitment, marriage, who even has, or for those of you who also has kids, etc., like they care about you so much. So you definitely have a network of people, close, a close circle that you trust and that you feel very supported by. And so even though other people, jealous people, low vibrational people may be doing this, don't let that get to you, and hold your head up high and like be proud of how far you've come, because look at that. You deserve it. If you're winning, if you're creating time to like go on vacations and travel and spoil yourself a little bit, go for it. Okay? All right. Sagittarius. This is going to be Sagittarius, April 2025 energy forecast reading. You know that all of my readings are timeless. For Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Stelliums, if you're dealing with the Sagittarius, or if you, labels aside, if you're in here, there may be a message here for you. So let's see what we have here. Ooh, ooh. So, wow, my goodness. Well, it's, right off the bat, it's talking about finances and work. There may have been like either a coworker or a client or somebody that they're like money coming through. Hello, Tonya. Welcome back. Let's go. Yeah. So, yeah, what I'm picking up is somebody here, whether it's a colleague or some sort of work-related client or something like that, they've been deceitful. They've been lying. So, and you'll know which side you're on. But what I'm seeing here is somebody was like promised something, or it was supposed to go a certain way, but it was being sabotaged. And I see here somebody is trying to make money or make their money more secure for their family. Okay. And so that's the motivation and reason behind why they want to make money, and how whoever was being deceptive, they were using love. They were using like intimacy and love to get what they want. So somebody here was like a gold digger. Okay, I'm getting a gold digger energy. So they used love in the name of love, like to get what they want, to be sneaky, or like if they were doing something wrong, they'll be like, no, I love you, or some, I don't know, some BS like that. It's like they were hiding behind this facade that they were utilizing love for, like, as a front, okay. Yeah, your energy definitely coming in very strongly. Something about work or your like career and stuff like that is something is taking a lot longer than it should, and it's because God is trying to say slow down, like not enough sleep, not enough rest, because somebody here is so focused on their finances and trying to like give to others. Yeah, somebody here is exhausted. They're exhausted, but they're trying to keep going, and their spirituality is what is keeping them afloat. Yeah. The final message coming through is stop overthinking things. I'm getting a lot of stress. That may be one of the reasons why I'm getting insomnia. So if you can't go to sleep, if you can't get enough sleep or fall asleep, etc., it's because you're overthinking things. And I see here some of you may have been married with this person, or in a commitment where it felt like that, or you may have felt like it was going in that direction or something like that. And here's the message, okay? It's saying, there's nothing wrong with having hopes and dreams of acquiring and living in like within a connection that is reciprocal and has a soulful connection, a spiritual connection. I think hoping to have something like that, that's great, that's amazing. And it's saying continue to have hope, there is going to be somebody for you that matches you, that fits with you like a puzzle piece. May not be exactly like you, but there's compatibility, right? And it's saying, yeah, look, keep keep the hope alive, okay? Keep the hope alive. Yeah, there's going to be some bad people, or people who are not respectful and considerate of others. There's gonna be people like that who is just in it for themselves. But try not to let that get to you. Try to see this experience in a different perspective, that it was ultimately to help you see this individual for who they really are, so that you can actually pour your value and invest in a connection that is going to be reciprocal and not one-sided, and not a liar. Okay, so any final advice? We'll give both sides advice. Okay, the one who needs to do some work. Okay, what's the message? So the thing about this energy that has been putting a facade, and playing games and lying, and even they perhaps could have been cheating or stealing in a sense, right? Wasting somebody's time here. The thing about them is they know how to act, right? Because they've been pretending to be somebody that cares, that wants to, like they've been putting up a front. So they know what is desirable. They know how to act a part. It's not that they're incapable. They can do it, but it's just, the outside kind of needs to match the inside kind of thing. And so if for those of you who has not been honest, okay, they're try to embody that love and care. Try to embody that, okay? Like live in it, and make it be like second nature. And yeah, this is not an overnight thing. The person who's been doing lying, cheating, like that kind of energy, they need to work on themselves, and it's almost as if they need to be isolated. Yeah, walk away. So if you're dealing with somebody like this, walk away. If you know you're being deceitful and stuff like that, then put yourself on a timeout. You know? Okay. Advice for the person dealing with somebody like this. I'm getting it was all it was just the physical intimacy. Okay? It was just the physical. So somebody here is confused that, oh no, it was true love. Oh no, it was real. No, it was a soulful connection. Somebody here is in denial. They really need to see the situation for what it is. They got to realize that they've been played, and that this was their intention all along. The person that this energy was dealing with, they had a plan. It was a scam in a sense. And yeah, that's tough. That's very tough. But guess what? You know now where things stand and who they are, right? This energy knows that now, right? There shouldn't be any confusion. The only confusing thing, if this energy keeps finding themselves in a confusing state, they're wondering, oh no, I'm still unsure, I don't know, like, oh maybe they should go, like, maybe this energy should go back to them or whatever, like giving exes a chance, or giving other people that has used them in the past a chance, because the physical intimacy was amazing, and it's gotta be, there's gotta be something, it must have been real if there was such a strong attraction, but that's lust. It's lust. Okay, there's some sort of low vibration. It wasn't love. Okay, there's some sort of low vibrational devilish energy, where it's trickery, smoke and mirrors. So remember that the outside needs to match the inside, right? You can't just have a pretty face and be a terrible person on the inside, right? So the final message is stop. There's nothing to be confused about. You already know. You can see it as clear as day, night and day. But somebody here is being a hoarder. They want to keep it. They don't want to let go. It's like a collection. So, you know, I see here somebody still cares. Somebody still has feelings. Somebody still wants there to be, like, they want to remember the past in the good light, and just kind of throw under the rug all the manipulative tactics and the terrible. Okay. So yeah, it's about self-worth, you know? Yeah. You have to fight. Okay, so this message is for those that is dealing with somebody that is manipulative, and they had an agenda. Okay, if this happened to you in the past, or is happening now, or is about to happen, just remember this. Okay, you have to fight for yourself. You have to fight for yourself. If somebody is disrespecting you and the connection, and being fake to you, you have to fight for yourself, stand up for yourself, and continue that. And if it helps, like, put yourself out of your own self, in a sense. Like, see yourself as a child, in a sense. It's just like, what are you going to do to protect this child? Okay, so please, like, don't neglect the red flags, okay, and all the truth that has already surfaced and has been confirmed. It's staring right at you, and somebody here is living in denial because they think that it was love. But no, it was lust, because the other person never loved you. They were pretending and playing a part, okay? So that's the message coming through. We'll move on to Capricorn. For those of you who need to hear this again, you can always like this video and go back and listen to it. So it's here. Don't say, oh, I don't remember. Oh, what else did you say? Why do you think it's on here? Okay, it's for you. So you can go back and listen to it if you need that reminder, okay? All right, so Capricorn. Hello, Capricorn. Oh my goodness. Okay, look, we're gonna do a little ding ding, because, yeah, that reading was a little harsh, huh? I know the previous reading, Sagittarius reading. Okay, Capricorn doesn't care about all that. Okay, so let's go ahead and redo the time. Hello, Capricorn. Okay, this message is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, stelliums. Oh. Ugh. Okay, so Capricorns, I'm getting right off the bat, something about your energy is off. So let's kind of see what's going on. Okay, there may have been some sort of ending due to third-party energies that I'm picking up right away. And this may have been somebody that you or them may have been in love with. Okay, there's a lot of like obsessive energy that I'm picking up, but let's just dig a little deeper. All right, and because I read energies, know that labels aside, it is no coincidence you are listening in. All of my readings are timeless, so know that you found it at the perfect time. Your energy coming through very strongly already. So I see here somebody has definitely been, working on their finances, making sure their endeavors, projects, all of that is having some level of momentum. And I see here the reason why it's flourishing and is doing well is because there is passion for it. There's care, and I'm getting responsibility. Somebody here is very like responsible and wants to expand and grow their money and assets and their empire, so to speak. And so some of you may be working with people from abroad, or you may be working abroad or internationally or something like that. There's a lot of like that kind of energy, or there may be some sort of traveling involved as well. Okay. But something is wrapping up when it comes to some sort of romantic connection that took their sweet time trying to make a decision. Like somebody here, like one side was just like, I'm all in, I'm willing to give it 110%. And then there was this other aspect, another side where it's just like, I'm not really sure, like, oh yeah, this is what I want, but how am I going to get it? Like that kind of energy. And so the truth surfaced that there was somebody here that is compatible. There was chemistry. It almost felt very like familiar and family like. But what about it? Okay. Oh no. So somebody here mistook like a work colleague or something like that. Like they may have considered this person like a soul tribe or something, or like a work fam, something like that. But even though there was chemistry and all of that, somebody here was strictly just working. Yeah, there was chemistry. Yeah, there may have been some level of attraction. But at the end of the day, work is first, work is priority. And when the person who was more invested in this connection on a romantic front realized that the other energy just wanted this as more of a work thing, and they were just being kind and engaging and reciprocal because they consider them like a work family, somebody here was just like, what? You don't like me like that? You just think I'm a coworker? Like, it's like that kind of energy. And so they were like, well, if we're not on the same page, then we're going to wrap this up. And somebody here was okay with walking away, because at the end of the day, they realized that they want to be happy. They want to be happy, and they don't want to hold on to a connection where both sides don't want the same thing, and it just ended up being more of a work related thing. And so God wants to acknowledge that there's something about this energy that experienced this, that was kind of investing more in a romantic sense, and then realized that it wasn't. It was more business. When they realized this and really let go and was no longer romantically invested, it brought more clarity and happiness. And it's almost like God wants to congratulate you that you didn't dwell in the situation as long. Like, I feel like some people may have dwelt in this kind of energy for a while, but for the energy that I'm picking up now, it's like, no, like It's like once they knew, like they just walked away, and it was almost like a burden lifted off their shoulders, and there was more happiness and time for joy. Yeah. So there, I will say this: there's going to be an opportunity. There's going to be an opportunity for the energy to kind of come back, and this energy, and the test will be given again. Okay, the situation is going to be replay itself again, but somebody here is going to pass it with flying colors, because it's no longer of like uncertainty. Somebody here has clearly seen what the connection is for what it is, and so um yeah, it's very straightforward, very straightforward. Any final messages or advice? Yeah. Okay, for those of you where, you know, this connection ended, and what I mean by that is like, you know, you guys may still have to be around each other, but there's no like, somebody realized that this is a dead end. Just know this, okay? Because I do sense that there is this hurt of like, also, and a little bit of embarrassment of like taking it the wrong way and hoping that they didn't realize that they liked them. Okay, just remember this. What you were, what this energy, what you were, I'm just gonna say you, okay? You'll know which side you're on. But what this energy, what you need to realize is that just because it ended, just because they may not have reciprocal romantic feelings, that doesn't mean they don't care. They do care. They see you like family, and they, but again, as mentioned, for them it's business first. So just don't be confused. Don't try to make your work your family. Don't try to make your work your love life. Like there's something about, this is what you, this collective, what if you're resonating with this is what you need to know. Do not mix that. Okay? It's kind of giving off like work crush vibes, and somebody just really was like obsessed with it and really was hoping it would work, and they realized that it was just ended up, it's just business at the end of the day. And so I can see why somebody here felt hurt, because there was some level of chemistry and attraction, and they didn't necessarily feel like a priority. um but just know, like, they do care, and all the fun times and the chemistry and all of the good times that were shared, it was real. You know, it wasn't like they were being fake, but this energy just needs to remember they were being nice and stuff, because they felt like you were kind, you were easy to get along with. Um, they found you easy on the eyes and attractive. They care a lot, but at the same time, they're just trying to be true to themselves and be professional, um, and work first for this individual. Okay, so you'll know which side you are on. And do I need an advice? Yeah, try not to overthink things. I know some of you guys, you know, if this is your story, I can see how it could have been devastating, even though you may not have let people know. It's almost like somebody had to suffer through this alone. Like it's almost like, oh, I couldn't dare share this with my other coworkers, or like there was nobody that this energy could really share this with, and so it's relieving in that sense that you're getting this, you're getting your confirmation, or at least your understanding that this isn't all in your head. But again, just please remember, somebody here is just like very embarrassed to the point where just try not to stick to that energy. I feel like you won't. I feel like you're going to move on. because I see success in that aspect. But for those of you who are still kind of struggling to get to that point, it's just try to remind yourself and remember that it wasn't all a lie, okay? It's just some people have different priorities. Try not to be embarrassed. You know, you didn't put yourself out there only to be rejected. Like, try not to think of it like that, okay? All right. Okay, so Aquarius. Oh yeah, I don't think we did this, but we'll do it just for now. Okay, we'll do Aquarius. Aquarius gets, or anybody listening until now. All right, let's clear the energies quickly. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay. So Aquarius. This is for Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Stellium. If you're dealing with an Aquarius, if you just happen to be here, welcome. And it's no coincidence. Okay. All of my readings are timeless. And labels aside, if you're in here, there may be a message here for you. Okay. One more. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Okay. So, Aquarius. Oh. So I'm picking up on I do get some sort of like past energy that wants to make an appearance. Okay, so we'll just quickly tap into that. But what I'm seeing here is something from, remember, time is fluid, so this could actually be happening right now for you or is about to happen, but I'm getting like past energy. Is that something wrapped up, something ended, and this was somebody that you may have thought it was going to be a long-term thing. You thought this person really has your back, but they didn't. It was almost as if as soon as the money went away, as soon as the money was used up, it's like the loyalty was no longer there and somebody here left. And this really created sadness, feeling lack, feeling not enough, and you know, somebody here definitely could have spiraled into some sort of depression kind of thing, and low self-esteem because they felt like they didn't have enough to give back or give the person that they thought that they were going to have this long-term thing with, who they thought that actually cared and was supportive. They were only there when they can give or they can receive, like, you know what I mean? Like, but as soon as that was, when it dried up, I'm getting the word dried up, when the funds dried up and it was hard and difficult, somebody didn't stick around, okay? And somebody took it very hard. And so that level of truth has really inspired and triggered and really motivated this individual to take action, almost to prove them wrong. And so, you know, I don't, I mean, it's kind of a blessing in disguise if you want to see it in like a silver lining kind of way. You wouldn't have been pushed and be motivated and to have this if that sadness and betrayal in a sense didn't happen. And so, but I do want to emphasize, don't dwell and sit in that kind of low vibrational anger thing, like doing things to get back at somebody. Do it for you, not for them. Come on now. Come on, okay? Why do it for them to prove them wrong? Why? do it for you. Do it for you. Do it with happiness and excitement. It's just like you get to do this so that you can be a better version of yourself, or like be in a place where you meet your goals and all of that. And so I do like that energy. At least you took action. At least you didn't stay in the sadness and depression. Because some people, they don't leave that place. And so I'm glad you did. Okay. Um, yeah, because so everybody is, as mentioned, time is fluid, and so people listening in, you may be in a different part of the journey. But what I do see here in the future energies is because somebody is it, so this energy that I'm picking up is leveling up, okay? And because they're leveling up, it's almost like every aspect of their life is being uplifted as well. So I see family life being like very good as well. If some of you, if you have children, or if you have a new baby or what have you, I sense here a lot of happy times, a lot of family times. And for some of you, you guys may have like two children or something like that, and they're gonna get along great. I will say that it's like they got each other's back. um Obviously, if you don't have kids, please leave that part out. But I just have to relay what I see here for those who needed that extra confirmation. Um, for those of you who are single, who doesn't have, children or what have you, and is still looking for love and all of that, I see that you will have options. You will get options because you're going to be a catch. You're gonna be a catch, and so you're gonna have some options to choose from. And so the the um, the tip, the advice coming through is don't let that get to your head, okay? Because you've come so far to just let it all go and let it be washed away. Learn from your mistakes. Learn from your past. Be able to recognize red flags when you see them, obviously. Um, and just be mindful of who you share your energy with. It's not, so what if you have options? So what? It's got to be a match, right? You have to be right for them, they have to be right for you. And so don't let the having options get to your head, or be just being in the position to be an eligible bachelor or bachelorette. Don't let that get to your head, okay? Because it's saying that success can be easily ripped from underneath you. That I'm just relaying the message, okay? So just don't let it get to your head, and be mindful of who you invest your time with. Do not just give your energy to anybody. Do not risk what you already have or what you're working towards. Do not be distracted. People, places, or things, okay? Mindset too. Okay. All right. Anything else? Final message? I will say this, for those who has children or already has somebody in their life, talk to them. Talk to them. There's something about like not spending time. It's just like you're there, but you're not there. It's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of like that. Substance, okay? Goat, no, stop. Don't write that anymore, okay? I don't like that. This is a live stream. I do see your message and I do acknowledge everybody in here, but if I feel like you guys are being scammy, repeating the same thing and all of that, and if you still do it after a warning, you know, like right now, this is when you're going to be receiving a timeout. I don't think you want that, do ya? Come on. So just less this, more this, okay? So in 3, 2, 1. All right. Pisces. Oh. Pisces. Hello, Pisces. This message is for, you don't want to talk? Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Stellium. If you're dealing with the Pisces, if you happen to be in here, it is no coincidence. I read energy, so labels apart. There may be a message here for you, okay? I mean, Alexa, no, do not feed into that. Come on now, come on. We must not feed it. Okay, so I mean, some of you may have been dealing with somebody with strong Libra energy coming through. So, and there's someone rising or Venus or stellium, what have you. But regardless of the signs, what I'm seeing here is something about justice needing to be in balance again. So there may have been some sort of like lying, cheating, deceitful energy where it ended up being just one-sided. So yeah, there's definitely some sort of imbalance. Somebody, I am picking up here that there, so your energy is, I don't know which side you're on, but I'm picking up on an energy where somebody here just genuinely wanted to find love. Somebody to start fresh with, new beginnings, no baggage, honesty. Somebody here just wanted honesty. But the person that this energy was dealing with, they were dealing with somebody who had mental problems, okay? So, you know, whatever mental disorder or problems or issues or whatever, or like perception or ways of outdated ways of thinking or skewed ways of thinking, there's something wrong with your mental space. They had some challenges or blockages. But the person who was dealing with this kind of energy, they were being genuine. They really just wanted to find love, and it was even willing to give the person who was not mentally healthy, balanced, they were even willing to give somebody like that a chance because that's how much they wanted to give love. So I mean, it's I am getting kind of like a childlike way of thinking, okay? So somebody may have had a tendency to approach connections in a childlike manner. And what I mean by that is I'm getting the word naive, okay? I mean, it sucks, you know, somebody consciously knowing that they were being manipulative and trying to milk the kindness and the generosity. That's terrible, but it needed to end. And so when, you know, I'm getting the word selfishness, if somebody here was being selfish and was just playing games and stuff, so God wanted to make sure that that comes to an end. And so if you have found yourself in a place where it's just like if things have ended due to an imbalance, injustice, and all of that, it was meant to happen. And it was, I see here, it has been difficult. It was as if like somebody here tried really hard, gave it their best, gave it their all, or at least what they thought was, you know, what they were supposed to do. But remember, so the main message here, the final kind of like point that I need to relay to tie this together is do not pour your heart and soul, your love to the wrong connection. Okay? That's it. I know, I make it so simple. It's just that straightforward. Do not pour, and this is not just, this is to everybody. Do not pour your heart and your soul and all that is good in you, all your hopes and dreams to the wrong people, places, or things, organizations, etc. Whatever it is, that's for you. Because I see here somebody has done that before, you know, giving to the wrong person. And sometimes we don't know. We don't know that that's happening because the person that's playing games, they're playing games and not showing who they truly are. But time will tell. Truth will surface. God always reveals. And so, but that hurt, that pain that you may have experienced knowing the injustice and the betrayal that had happened, it is to remind you not to pour into the wrong connection, because you will experience the reaction of those actions. Okay? Somebody here is very lovable. I will say that. Very lovable, you know, has integrity, has standards, tries to do the right thing, all that. But they have a tendency to pour to the wrong people, leaving them financially depleted, feeling left out, feeling not good enough, and ultimately, even if they may be winning in other aspects of their life, at the end of the day, it's like somebody here wants love, but also somebody here wants action. So, and there's your energy coming in strongly. I will say this. Did we learn the lesson? Okay? If some of you guys are contemplating, oh, well, well, maybe it's better to have somebody and get hurt than not have somebody, but, you're respecting your boundaries and stuff. Like somebody here is just like, well, maybe that's, somebody here is like, maybe I could compromise the lies and stuff if it means like physical company or release or what have you. And then we go back in circles and back to one where it's just like, oh, you got played again, oh, you got hurt again, because the foundation and the root of the motive behind it's not good. So obviously, if you're building on shaky foundations, it's not going to last the test of time. Um, for those of you who are wondering, I'm getting strong Virgo energy coming through. Okay, they may have I'm getting earth and air energy, so Virgo, Libra, Gemini, that kind of energy, or somebody who embodies that energy. That's what the recommendation and advice is. This is the type of person you need to look out for, or yeah, just be on the, not on the lookout, but like these are some of the signs. So it's saying the person that is going to be worth your time is they hold, hello, roll the dice. So, you know, in the title, it gives the answer to your question. Yes. So okay, so what you should look out for, how you will know, because some of you guys are like, how will I know? I've been hurt so many times. You know, how can you tell, like, they're just so fake and, like, so nice in the beginning, and then their true colors come out? Like, how do I know? How can I prevent myself from being hurt, etc., and not be played again? Some of you guys are wondering that. And the recommendation, advice, and what to look out for, in a sense, like what, you know, the green flags is that the person that's going to be good for you, that's meant for you, is they too have high, healthy, I don't want to say high standards, but healthy standards for themselves and others, and they make sure that it's enforced. Okay? And they're not gonna talk the talk, you know? Like they're not gonna just, they're gonna walk the walk kind of thing too. And the thing about them is, if there is some sort of inconsistency, they will retract. They're going to be like, oh no, they're being disrespected. And so the green flag is somebody who is reciprocal, has healthy standards, who's going to enforce those standards, and will give you an opportunity. But if you are not consistent, is not willing to put in the work and all of that, they know their value enough to walk away. They do. And so it's almost like they're very logical, like they're very like understanding and has integrity, and there's something very wise about them, but at the same time they know how to cut off low vibrational energies. And so you'll know which side you're on, okay? Any final messages? You are going to be given the opportunity. You will. And there's going to be people that comes into your life, and you're going to just have to get better with recognizing the green flags from the red flags. And yeah, you're just going to have to get better. And that's going to ultimately help you. And I do want to emphasize, because God wants me to emphasize, it's talking about do not become jaded, okay? Learn from your past. Experience. Those experiences are so valuable because, you know, nobody wants, especially if it has been difficult, nobody wants to go back and do that exactly the same thing. Nobody wants to. They if possible, no. This is healthy, sane people, okay? We're not talking about, you know, people who thrive on like bad connections and abusive relationships. So we're not talking about that. People who are sound, sane, balanced, healed, okay? Conscious. It try to make it second nature and don't get jaded, okay? Just try not to get jaded by it, okay? That's the main point. Not everybody's gonna be like that. We just have to be better about who we share this love with. Because I see here, there's somebody here that's very loving, very giving and generous and has so much potential, but they've been hurt in the past. So just, I see here somebody deserves this kind of happiness and is willing to and wants to reciprocate, but just try not to pour into the wrong connection, okay? So, should we do a final message? Yeah, we'll do a final message because I did say in the beginning we're going to do an intro message and all the 12 signs, and then we're going to wrap it up with the final message. So, final message. Okay, final message. This is for anybody who needs that additional message or confirmation or wants to hear, regardless of what your sign is. If you're here, it is no coincidence. There may be a message here for you. Okay. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Strong fire sign coming through. So Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius in their sun, moon, rising, or Venus. But specifically Leo is coming in strongly. Something, what's wrong with this cards? Yeah, it's jumbled up. So it was like this for Leo's reading too. For some reason, the thing got jumbled up. So somebody here is still unclear. It's like, it's like all of this has been said, but somebody here just wants to continue to hold on to the uncertainties and doubt. Okay, somebody here is very doubtful, which means they're not a believer. Okay, I don't care how you want to say it. If there are doubts, that means they don't believe, right? So somebody's faith needs a little boost, a little reminder. Okay. Strong Virgo energy coming through as well. But as mentioned, regardless of the signs, what's the final message? Okay. So some of what I'm getting here is kind of piggybacking off of what I've just set out within the Pisces reading. Something about there's a mental blockage, okay? So if somebody here is still like struggling, it's not sticking, what is being learned, it's not being retained. It's just kind of going through one year and out the other, and it's just not being retained, the information. It's something's up in their mental space. There's a blockage. Okay. So what I'm seeing here is somebody wants to try so hard to find their balance. Okay, they want to be certain, they want to believe, they want to have hope and have faith. That's what they want, but it's just like there's an imbalance that I'm feeling, and that is what's creating doubt, uncertainty, disbelief. So it's I'm getting kind of like a Jesus example. It's just like, you know how like all those people who were like skeptical of Jesus and his gifts or what he can do and miracles, etc. It's like, even though they've seen it, even though they've witnessed it, the miracles and stuff like that, it's like somebody here still has some sort of resistance and is not fully able to comprehend. Somebody has trust issues. But it's the trust issues. This is the saddest part. Oh my God. The trust issues has been projected by somebody else. So somebody's insecurities and disbelief and skeptical energy, like they pick this up and have retained it. So what that tells me is this is somebody. This is so sad. Okay. And I think me saying it out loud and actually shining light at the issue, like it's just, we've dug pretty deep and found the root cause of this. Okay? There is some sort of third party influence that is jeopardizing. It's I said this in the Cancerian reading, I think. Something about misery, likes company or something like that. And so somebody here is giving bad advice or is a bad influence and is creating self-sabotaging situations for the person that is being influenced by this individual. And they don't understand why they're suffering. This energy doesn't understand why they're suffering. Well, guess what? If you're listening to what I'm saying, this is the truth. This is what it is. This is what's happening. Okay, this is what's happening, and the person resonating with this, they know this. They know I got it right on the nail's head or whatever, right on the bullseye. Imagine a third party influence, okay, whether that is, you know, some lust related third party or friend, colleague, or just like bad examples in society and stuff like that, or even family, whatever the third party influence is sabotaging this person's happiness. And they know it now. If this energy didn't know it before consciously, they know it now because it's staring at them right in the face. Hi. Just kidding. No, but look at that. You know, they say love conquers all, right? They say love conquers all. And there is definitely some sort of psychic element, some spiritual element to why the person who, is resonating with this, they were meant to hear this so that there can be some action, actionable steps, actually putting an end to third party influences that are low vibrational. Okay, strong fire energy coming through. And the worst part is this person's like never around either. The person that is giving bad advice, they're not even around. They make it seem like they're doing so well, but are they? It's a facade. Something's off. Something's very off. Yeah, so for those of you who has been so uncertain, like getting, like knowing intuitively in their heart space, knowing that something is right for them, but somebody else telling them, oh no, you should do it like this, you should do it like that, you should test it like this, you should see how they react if you do this, or like, don't let them, like, it's just like that's fear being projected and wrong advice being given. It's just like, is this person dating you or is this person dating them? So keep the connection one-on-one. Try to minimize the negative, low vibrational influences that's being given, because it's not good energy. And the person that is resonating with this, they already know. That's the crazy part, right? And the fact that they know it's try not to be sad, okay? Don't be sad, okay? The truth is supposed to set you free. It's better to know now than to let it progress to the point where you can't heal it, you can't make it better, you know what I mean? It's finding the problem, the cause, the virus, so to speak, that is sabotaging the connection, finding it and doing something about it. Anything else? I do sense there is fear. Okay, there is fear. There is some sort of fear of being alone or something like that. Somebody is saying, like, what if after all is said and done, and the toxic people, places, or things are permanently let go, etc., and all the healing has been taken place, is there actually going to be growth? Is there going to be maturity, etc.? And somebody here is just worried, what if nothing changes, or nothing comes about, and somebody here is just burning bridges, etc. It's saying, there comes a time where we really need to have those standards, healthy standards. It's not more the better, it's quality over quantity. And we're being tested, for those of you who are dealing with something like this, or other experiences or something similar to this, or what have you. We're continuously being tested, right? I mean, we could replay it. I don't want to focus too much on the labels or the word, but similar situations like that can happen, but it's up to us. It's just like, did we learn the lesson, and are we going to graduate and learn from it and won't need to repeat that lesson again, or at least know how to avoid it? And so just, nothing's going to happen if nothing happens. So take action, okay? Find your harmony, find your balance, let go of low vibrational ego-based root and foundation. Let go of that, because that's it. It can't stand a chance. It's like building a castle on quicksand. It's not going to happen. And so it's talking about communicate with the person that you love. I see here somebody was holding on to that toxic third party because something about work. Maybe this person can open doors or knows a lot of people or has many connections and stuff like that. And so somebody here thought it would be better to keep somebody like that around. But that's immaturity, ego talking, and that needs to be something that needs to be healed, okay? Because just know this. Just whatever you put your energy towards, people, places, or things, or a mindset, what have you, okay? That's what you're investing in. That's what you're spending time with. So if you find yourself, doing mindless things and not doing things of value that really has substance and stuff, then stop. Stop. And for those of you who can't stop, won't stop, get it, I'm just kidding. It's because there's a mental blockage, okay? That something is not retaining. Something is, and repetition, consistency, all of that helps. And actually healing, is going to help, okay? Oh, I do need to say this though. Do not think you have forever. You don't. We're not on this, we're having an earthly experience. We're not here forever. So it's kind of like, I did this example in one of the signs earlier, but it's kind of like, no, I'm not going to repeat that. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's saying just remember, fight for yourself, okay? Defend yourself, protect yourself. Don't put yourself in a situation where you can get hurt, and take action, and sometimes walking away from toxic situations is a grown-up thing to do. It's a grown-up thing to do. And you just have to be mindful of like who to invest in. I sense there's somebody very special in the energy, and it's talking about time. It's not just on your time. Other people has a timing too, and so it's saying don't take forever. Nothing happens if nothing happens. Ah! What's that? Like a firework? Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm like, it was a car. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, take action, communicate. Don't just hide, like confront it, or if it's not, or if you have confronted before and there's no progression or there's no change, then yeah, you gotta sometimes let things go, okay? Anything else? So for those of you who are having like financial issues or something like that, and it's affecting your self-confidence, there's something about the time element. Okay, it's inevitable. Okay, that's what I'm picking up. Yeah, it just keeps saying stop focusing, stop giving your energy to the wrong people, places, or things. It just keeps saying that. Somebody here is wasting their time engaging with low vibrational energies. That is just a waste of time. That is just a distraction so that you can't stay on track. It's and really evaluate, okay, the people that you surround yourself at this time. Okay, it's almost like they're there because you thought that they can help you when you need it, but when you needed help, they weren't there. So it's weird. So, like, why keep them? It's weird. So, no wonder this energy is feeling left out, like their hands are tied, because there's people around them that has the capacity to help or open doors, but they're not. And that has been very discouraging and stressful. It's almost like the happiness and abundance is so close. It's like at an arm's length. It's like right there. And that's what's creating the stress. And so what this energy has to do is just really look at the people they're surrounding themselves with, and who is actually showing up, who is actually brings value. And I'm not talking about money. Like, what? So what if you have all that money, if you can't, I don't want to say move mountains, but like, it's like this. Like, for an example, if you're in a position and you can like open doors for people, and you can hire people on, or you can introduce, and you have that power, but you don't use it. What's the point? Okay, see if the people who are talking the talk can walk the walk. Okay, it does. It's at this point, it's, can they, are they just talking, or are they actually doing? Okay, if somebody said, oh yeah, then I'll look into it. Oh yeah, oh maybe there may be an opportunity. Oh, I know some people. So what? So what? That's just all talk. Nothing happened. So just be mindful, okay? Okay, just be mindful of like who is gonna be there in the long term, who has been showing up, who has been consistent, and you'll have your answer there. Crazy, crazy how much Leo energy there is. Look at that. Leo, Leo, Leo. We have Earth energy, strong Virgo energy coming through. Anyway, so any final messages? No, we got the lovers here. Somebody here is very happy. And attracted. Anyway, so anything else? Any final messages? Aww. Okay. I asked for what's the positive news when it comes to like the finances and all of that. And it's talking about, okay, just give me a little bit more insight into the, just some, oh my gosh. Okay, this is very specific, okay? Very specific. It may not resonate, okay? But for those of you who are like looking for work and is having a hard time, you've been like scouring the internet for opportunities and all of that. It's just, it's saying stop. Stop. There's somebody in your energy. I'm getting like mother energy, okay? Like maternal, or like somebody that you may consider like a mother. It's not gender specific, but anyways, this person knows. They know they have somebody that can help with this. Yeah, look at the strong Virgo energy coming through. Look at that. It's crazy. Well, I also have Gemini too. But anyways, so it's saying, so somebody, it's almost like a word of mouth kind of thing. Somebody here needs to know you're suffering, that you're having a hard time. Don't make it seem like everything is rainbows and sunshine, as if like everything is going well. It's not. So be vulnerable, be open, talk to this person. They seem like they're very smart. They're very smart, or like they have a way of being direct. And so they don't realize how you need help, like that you need more help. This is, I feel like the next like opportunity and stuff that is going to be achieved is through some sort of like family connection, family tie. Maybe it's like mom's friend or mom's friend's son, or something like that. I'm giving you examples, but it's something like something weird, not weird, but like something like that. It's saying don't be scared to ask for what you want. I do sense some sort of like scared inner child thing going on. But at least, if this works out, then you know that you had like a loyal one on the benches that's just waiting for you to like ping them up and just be like, hey, do you know something? And can you actually help? And you will also find that this is a good way to see who actually comes forward and who actually means what they say. So it's, let's say you'll definitely get a idea for who is actually on your side and who's willing to move mountains to help you in a sense. Okay, any final messages? Keep things out of balance. Watch your spending, and that doesn't mean, you know, oh, you've been great all week. Okay, you're gonna buy something stupid at the end of the week because you've been so good all week. No, I'm not talking about that. Okay, just be very mindful of the spending. Okay, like what is worth it and what is not, what is needed versus what is not. Wow. Anyways, I should get going. I'm also getting something about marriage. Oh, for those of you who you have met your soulmate, or you know that they're the one, or you can see yourself being married to them, etc. I will say this: there's a lot of love there, and this person. I said this earlier in one of the signs, something about a compass. Okay, so if somebody here feels like they're lost or whatever, the person that you know is your soulmate, one of the signs or feelings that you know they're the one, or has been a confirmation, is just like when things are going crazy around you, or like things are hard or difficult or what have you, through the good and the bad, they're going to be there. It's almost like they will be like a compass. It will remind you and like bring you back on track so that you will succeed versus the opposite. Okay, because the last thing we want is there to be distraction, or let distractions be in the way. But just try to remember everything that was said. Okay, I know I said a lot. There was a lot of messages coming through, but some of the key points were pretty consistent. All right, well, you guys go get some rest, okay? And thank you so much for watching. Okay. All right, thank you so much. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.